Another day in paradise. That's the lore reason we're going with why I sound tired. Anyway, welcome back one final time to Divine Journey 2. In case you missed it, last time we finished chapter 29 and we unlocked the Bag of Truth. But I haven't looked inside yet. There's a few more quests for me waiting here, so I feel like, that's part of the adventure. We should do that first, right? So we need to make a singularity made of 100 million ultimate singularities. This is actually not a problem for us because we have infinite ultimate singularities now. Kudos of Creative Chest. Additionally, we need an infinite singularity of 100 million infinity blocks. So I think we'll start with this one because this one actually had a secondary quest afterwards. So the quest recommends using multiple creative chests pumping into compressors from all sides. I only have one. Am I stupid? I mean, I guess I could make more, right? Like, how bad would it be to make another one of these? The Guilty Mana Pool's, whole thing. Yeah, it would be doing this. So, I don't really feel like going through this whole process again, I'm gonna be real. Because this is all the way back to Tank. Yeah, Tank's pretty far back. We'll just wait till we get vending. Albeit, we are gonna have to make a few things again for vending. Yeah, we do have to make another storage cell for vending. Which means we would have to go through this whole process anyways. Might be worth doing. Well, I mean, might be worth doing. We literally have to do it, right? Like, that's what that means. That's fine, probably. Anyway, I'm gonna borrow one of these compressors just to have infinite compressors. Anyway, the quest recommends we use transfer nodes with a lot of speed upgrades, which might be pretty worth it. But I'm just gonna see how 4 watches and some crazy integrated dynamic stuff works. Oh, my particles are already broken. That's a good sign. I mean, it's making progress, but, we're only, 1,000th of the way there? That's not great. I feel like it's going slower than it was a moment ago. Let me try one of those transfer nodes. Oh my! Okay, that was a lot better. Yeah, let me get some more of these. Yeah, that seems a little bit better. That's like the 100,000 every second or so. So that's, 1,000 seconds? That's not, too bad. Well, I guess while this is running, I should probably look back into getting vending, so we should probably start working towards this stuff. So I guess I'll start back down this rabbit hole again. On the bright side, it should be a little easier, given I only have to make one of literally anything in that pile, but that still takes a while. Bars? I'm spitting? Oh, but thankfully I can at least dupe the capacitor. That's nice. We have one of those just spare. Oh, and while we've got creative everything, we may as well make this battery quite large. So let's just fill this thing up with some induction cells, huh? Yeah, that's a little bit better. I mean, we could have just made the draconic storage at this point, but who cares? I can do that in another playthrough. Oh, hey, we're almost there. By the time I finish this sentence, we might be there. Darn it. Close enough. What, no sounds? Alright, cool, whatever, man. Anyway, we can now make a creative essence. Allows me to imagine all the stories that could ever be written, all the paintings that could ever be painted, and all the music that could ever be composed. This seems quite easy, but first we should probably get infinite singularity. That seems like a good idea. Yeah, now we should be able to just craft this pretty easily. What am I missing? Oh, neutronium, okay. I just need to grab that before it gets into the... Yeah, fair enough. And let's get infinite of that, because I feel like that's probably a good idea. So I'm not sure if this counts as a spoiler or not. I guess I should probably just go for vending first, and then we'll worry about all of that. So next we gotta put in ultimate singularities into the singularification super duper extra machine. That's done. And let's get, I don't know, infinite of those. What a power trip. And infinite of these. Ooh, looks like an alchemical chest is ready. We'll get infinite of those too. Oh, and a whole lot of these, for sure. Which should let us make one of these, and thus infinite of these. I probably want more than that. We'll take infinite of these, infinite of these, and we'll just put down one of them. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. What? Where's my tank? Let me make my tank. Why isn't this making tank? It makes tank. Am I crazy? This one makes drum. Maybe it's something with these ultimate fluid tanks. They're all ultimate, they're all empty. I don't understand. Hello, game? Give me my tank. Give me my tank! I'm so... Why? Why can't I make it? This is the recipe. It's tantalum, it's berkelium, ultimate fluid tanks, the creative stuff, clays. Give me my tank! Do you only get to make one tank? Is it like a one-time deal and it's like, oh, too bad you can't do it the second time? It's surely not, right? I'll be real. I'm just gonna pop that one in. You know, you can see this, and I'm just gonna go delete all these items, and you can watch me delete them. Look, they go. I don't know what that sound was supposed to be. Oh, can't break the clays. I mean, you know, that was a really expensive craft given the infinite everything box right there. So I know, really, you know, immersion shattering. Okay, so we've tiered back up through our stuff. Let's see what we can put together here. So we haven't made lutetium before, so 24 plus 47 makes 71. So it looks like all we're missing is the power cells and capacitor banks. And I believe we can do these. We have plenty of infinite batteries now, so no problem here. So all that remains is chest. So let's grab this, slip it in there. Vending, creative vending. I never made that one before. So what we do for this one is we unlock this drawer, we put a hopper here, we put that in there. Now we lock the drawer, we take it out, and we put vending on this one. And now we have infinite vending. Oh, this is fun. This is very fun. I'm gonna go stick a bunch of vending upgrades on a lot of things around the place, I think. I wonder what happens if I, if I go put a vending upgrade on the Wyvern cores, what does that do to my ME system? Does that give it like a problem? No, it actually does not even a little bit. Wonderful. Alright, well, I'm gonna go stick some vending upgrades on some stuff because I feel like it. Tenebrae? Never again. Crepitus? No way. Star Leather? Not a chance. Solar Ingots? Oh, for sure. Oh, and heck, why not Chaos Shards while I'm here? Every single rune? That sounds pretty good. Oh, that was fun. What's up with this creative bin? Okay, well, do we actually need this for anything? Creative buffers, satchels for conversion kits. I mean, conversion kits could be cool. The wand of animation for storage cell for mesh. Mesh for singular. Okay, this is like, okay, yes, we are gonna need to do this. More creative stuff, I guess. So I guess we'll start with the bin. So it looks like we need another 3 alchemistry ingots. We'll come back to that in a moment. But we also need 6 neutronium solar panels and 4 creative gas tanks. Gas tanks are pretty easy. It's just like creative tank, but with some extra stuff, including this samarium we haven't made before. And the neutronium solar panels don't seem too crazy. We need some chaotic solar panels and the X tier of photovoltaic cells, but I think we can do all this quite easily. So 12 plus 50 makes 62. 22 plus 27 makes 49. 90 plus 26 makes 116. And 19 plus 92 makes 111. And a few more vending upgrades just for good measure. We cannot make this. Why not? What am I missing something? Did I put something in the wrong spot? Or are there messed up NBTs again? No, please don't. Don't do this to me, dude. Come on. What's the matter now? It says I can move the items. I don't know what the issue would be here. I don't know what would be the issue. So I think I'm just gonna go back to cheat mode in JEI and fix that myself. Sorry, team. Once again, I will be voiding everything else, though. Because, I mean, it doesn't matter, but, you know, for sake of, you know. Okay, that's kind of funny. the quest description, at least, that's what I mean. I think this is pretty easy. I mean, obviously everything's pretty easy at this point, right? Yeah, so all that's left is the alchemistry ingots. We need gadolinium, francium, lawrencium, and terbium. So 15 plus 50 makes 65. 14 plus 50 makes 64. 8 plus 79 makes 87. And 13 plus 90 makes 103. So many pretty colors of ingot. Oh, right. I picked up a resonant satchel in it. Right. Oh, what's that? Well, before we get to that, we gotta do this. So let's do this. So we need lutetium and dubnium, and I think the rest of this is basically just like stuff we already have. So 15 plus 90 makes 105. Very cool. Creative conversion kit. That's a fancy one. So next we can make the wand of animation. This lets us animate blocks, so if we wanted to like powered spawn them for whatever reason. Not particularly useful at this stage of the game, but you know. It looks like we need a lot of wands, but I don't think we've made most of these. Let me see what we do have. So we're only missing a couple. Most of these are astral sorcery crafts, which don't seem too bad. Just kind of stuff from that stage of the game. But we also need Leonard's wand, so we gotta go kill Leonard again. We need another Strew of the Grotesque. Dang it, man. Oh, Leonard. It's time to get your teeth kicked in again. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, I didn't think looting would work. I got 2 wands. Well, there's the Wand of Animation. And we'll get a few extra just in case we need them. So I can turn this block right here alive. Look at its creepy legs. It's an abomination and must not exist. And so finally, we have the creative storage cell. You can just kind of filter items and it will provide infinite of those items, which is, you know, quite good, as you'd imagine. Let me see what we can put together here just from what we have on the drawer wall up there. Well, it looks like all we need are more alchemistry ingots plus a few of these high-tier gas and fluid storage components, but this shouldn't be that bad. So 8 plus 50 makes 58, and 19 plus 50 makes 69. Alright, creative ME storage cell. Pretty darn fancy. And we'll make a whole bunch of these, because that just seems like a good idea. So next we need a creative mesh and some scary moon runes. So this needs 2 million of the storage cells. These don't stack, so that's kind of upsetting. Oh, and we also need a couple of these, but they also give us a quest from Chapter 29, which I think is our last quest in Chapter 29. Yeah, cool, this is 100% now. Neat. Well, I'm just gonna stick this thing in here and let's see how long that takes to fill up. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's gonna take forever. We're already, you know, like 2% of the way there? Or 0.2, I think? It'll be a while. That's alright, though. Let's go ahead and make this jigsaw puzzle crafting table. So we need some more techie singularities, these extreme crafting tables I just made, and one of our conversion kits. And we should also probably just be putting this stuff on the wall just for certainty safekeeping. Yep, pretty easy craft. This seems to just stop here. Okay. Well, while this does its thing, I'm going to get up, grab me some food, grab me some water, stay hydrated, go drink some water right now if you're watching, and I'll come back and probably read a little bit ahead of that scary moon runes tab. Oh wow, I picked a really good time to come back. Very cool, a big pile of purple. Oh, and now we need to singularityify it. Oh, that is like really fast. I put a bunch of watches there, so wow, that's going real quick. Oh, I actually left this running for too long. We have 2 of these now. But let's make infinite of these. How about that? I like that idea better. So at this point, all we have to do is go down this way. And I think this is where I'll put the big fat spoiler wall. I feel like at this point, it's probably doing stuff that's, you know, a bit you should do for yourself kind of thing. So be aware of that. Unless you don't want to do it for yourself, in which case, you know, I guess I'll still be here, right? I'll leave a timestamp too, where you can jump forward if you feel like keeping watching after this. How about that? I say how about that, like it's like a compromise or something. I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling here, I think. Alright, so for everyone remaining, hi, how are you? I'm doing great, thank you. Looks like we need to make a bunch of these glyphs. These are made with creative essence and some other thing. Anything ranging from supremium scythes to sand slashes. Or octuple compressed cobblestone. We have enough cobblestone for that, I think, I hope. Void-plated shields. Oh, there's some... Oh, we need a whole Sword of the Cosmos for that, don't we? Can I make that? Okay, so I thought it was just gonna be like random nonsense. No, some of this stuff is kind of awkward. Let's see what I can't put together. How about that? Alright, so this is what I could put together so far, and this is what I'm missing up here. Things such as alchemical bags, supremium watering cans, supremium scythes. We do not actually have enough cobblestone. A Sword of the Cosmos. A stencil that doesn't have a recipe, so I gotta look that up. The bound dislocator from point to point. And a whole antlion egg. I don't know where you get this, but I assume it's an Erebus. So it looks like we've got some adventuring to do yet. Thankfully, the bag's quite easy. We made a whole bunch of alchemical chests with creative chest. Oh, would you believe it, the Sword of the Cosmos was actually quite easy. And so was the octuple compressed cobblestone. We just kind of put some vending upgrades and then kept requesting the highest tier out of compacting drawers until we got octuple, which did not take long. It took a drawer. Alright, the next 3 were fairly easy, just some crafting steps of the scythe, watering can, and dislocator. Okay, so it turns out for the stencil, you need to take it to a drawing table. I've never seen this thing before in my life, and you just take an unprepared stencil. Alright, one more down. So that antlion egg, huh? I'm noticing it's up here, which is a while into Erebus. I guess I'm going to Erebus today. Well, I think we need to make a new Gaian keystone and 2 more stabs of Gaia. So let's do that, I guess. So we need to offer some stuff to the offering altar. That will get us our Gaian gems. When does it give me the thing I want? Oh, I know. I'll just use the watch on it. It'll go faster. It's not going faster. Do I shift right click? Do I have to do it in like a specific order? Am I messing something up here? Let me read the quest book. That always helps. Nope, they just want me to wait. Alright, well, wait I shall. Oh no, dude. No, I need to go get the snow globe again. You gotta be kidding me, man. No. Well, one more venture out into the unknown. Or probably the very known, actually. Oh, I see the issue. I needed compressed obsidian. My mistake. Yes, okay, that looks much more progressing. Well, let's put all this stuff in here, and we'll get another Eye of Gaia. And now we can awaken it by doing that one. There we go. Ah, and it also eats all of our power. There is no way this takes more power than... What did I do in here the other day? This takes more power than the essence of continuity. Really? I guess just because it takes forever. Whatever, sure. Alright, and we can make a Gaian keystone. This feels so wrong to be doing this late into the back. Well, it's a good thing I left myself some extra space for a portal. So I think it's like this. Yes, there we are. Alright, well, let's go to Erebus, I guess. So what are we looking for here? We need mud, iron, gold, and jade umber golems into a pyramid to go fight an antlion. And if I see one bot fly, I'm going to get really, really angry. A volcanic desert is the biome we're particularly looking for. That looks desert-y. Umber, a golem, idle, guardian. Is that? No, I'm looking for an antlion. That said, this certainly seems to be that volcanic desert. And I'd be very remiss if I saw a bot fly in these kinds of harsh environments. Ew, look at these little critters. Oh, that's freaky. Wait, no, these Umber Golem Idol Guardians are for the pyramid, or are in the pyramid? Let me grab Augment. Maybe Augment will help me here. Augment is so good. I really... one thing that I've really enjoyed about this pack is it shows you all the... Oh yeah, over here. Is it shows you all the really cool stuff that you can have in mods like Roots that people probably wouldn't normally mess around with very much. And let me tell you, in any pack in the future, I am totally diving just enough into Roots to get that Augment spell, or Sky Soarer if need be. What a versatile little thing. Absolutely incredible. Homing Beacon. Hey, beat it. Alright, so if I remember correctly, it's in the four corners of the, what do you call it, the pyramid here that, pardon the explosions, they're very loud. I believe it's in the four corners of this underground pyramid here that has the stuff that I need. So let's go digging for some corners. Albeit, you know, ideally not digging because that spawns a bunch of lava. Oh, I forgot I have a teleporting pickaxe. Yeah, that'll make this easier. Hey, buddy. Yo, pie! Wait, I didn't know this place was awesome, actually. Hold on. So then we just gotta put these into their respective little slots here. Ow. Why did that hurt me? I need some jade. Oh, it has EMC. Okay, wonderful. I can go bop, 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 bop. Oh, there's a chest here. Oh, well, hello? Teleport? Can I go through this? Hello? I gave you jade, did I not? I feel like I heard it open, like a scraping sound. Let me relog. Yeah, I don't know. This should open. Am I crazy? The quest book says I just need to take the jades and put them in the floor. I mean, I guess maybe it's because I didn't use the right jades. I don't know. I mean, I hate to keep having to do this, but you know, I did what was asked of me. I'm just gonna punch a hole into the next floor. Oh man, thank goodness we got enough magma crawler ice. That's very fortunate. So we put some string in here, and that should open a teleporter. Hello? Teleporters? Are we gonna work today? Am I crazy? Maybe I gotta put them in order. No. Hello? What's going on here? Or, like, I hear the scraping sound, right? Like, yeah, like, this should be... Can I just go through this? Okay, that's such a good sound effect. I don't know. I don't know why that's not doing that. It should be doing that. Well, you know, I hate to do this again, but, you know, the game's cheating me. Oh, are we for real? We gotta... You know what? Fine. I'm pretty sure it's the Antlion Overlord egg. I am going to fight this guy. You just like... I didn't expect him to do that. Do you like grab me or do you just like walk into me? You just walk into me. Alright, die. Well, that was neat. Wow! Yippee! A quake hammer? Oh, it's getting like bigger. Sneak right click on top of a block to use AoE attack. Oh, okay, that is kind of cool. So you have to like charge it and then... Okay, that is pretty sick. Let's go home. Yeah, I don't know what was up with all that. That was very strange. But at least now we can make this final glyph. Hello, quest? Oh, I also need this thing. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that these letters are, or these runes are letters, excuse me, right? Like if I go back to, here, yeah, like this, for example, right? Like, I mean, that's probably a K and like thank you, right? I would imagine. This is gonna be like awful to go one by one through. I will say, ooh, I have a devilish idea. Let me check some config files. Yes, okay. So I have dug my way into a config file for quest names, or, and descriptions rather. So if I'm correct, I believe each of these wacky little runes, I should probably sit up in my chair so you can hear me better. I believe each of these wacky little runes is just an English character, if I had to guess. So, if I just Control F and replace all the ones that I know, then this becomes a lot easier and I don't have to do as much tedium. At least that's the hope. So let me start figuring out what each of these glyphs is. Ooh, actually, is there, oh, nice, perfect. Let me get some of these glyphs. All right, so here's the typeset I've got set up. Let's see if I can't crack some letters. Or codes, I guess. Alright, so we have a pretty good indication that this little whatever that is a K. And I think that is this one here, connection. So we'll put that under K. Let's try some of these easier ones, I think. So imagine this is RDS, like listen to our words as we summon ON. So let's start placing some stuff by just kind of looking and thinking this way. And some of these are kind of tough to discern. Like these two, for example, is like a kind of like an X that's really thick in the middle, and this one's like an X that's a little less thick in the middle. These are all kind of X's that are thick in the middle. I guess this one's probably the thicker of the two, and this one's the less thick. Alright, so I think I can narrow this down to being true master, because I recognize this little sideways flipped around E as an S, and this little spiky one as an E. So I think I can solve basically all of these to be those letters, if I can discern which rune that is at least. That's probably a G in wrong. That's a Y for sure. That's two more. I think that's Y again. I think that's like, this is wrong, Y something. Yeah, I think that's why me. Yes, I'm left with a few letters that I don't immediately know, but I imagine with some context, it will be a lot easier to figure those out. So I am going to see if I can't Control F a few different letters out of the way, and hopefully elucidate a few more of these final ones. Alright, as you might be able to tell from my hearts regenerating, I have just relaunched my game, and let's see if I found out how to be a genius. I'm so smart! Oh my gosh. It's all in lowercase, but you know, who cares? The code. So, you've met up with Dr. Blitterscrow, that crazy old fool. He was the only one that could ever come close to stopping me. I know what he told you. Don't believe him, he is crazy. There is a meaning out there, a meaning for all your lives, mortals, and I can show you that meaning. But first, you'll have to earn my trust. Tell me, what is my name? Oh, okay, so it's like a number pad. And then I suppose that gives us this thing, which I did not translate. Look, you gotta bear with me here. So if Blitterscrow means literally nothing to you, I understand. Down here, all this stuff, this was told to you at the bottom here by a Dr. Blitterscrow. This is just him just yammering for hours and hours about like how Einstein created an alternate dimension by creating a new dimension that is slightly off the axis of the original dimension on the fourth dimensional planes to create a new third dimensional dimension. Yeah, bear with me here. So I imagine we might find a little bit more truth in the bag. So we have two books. We have one meaning of life and a second meaning of life. Let's read the first one. Oh my gosh, 50 pages. So, you're looking for the meaning of life. Very interesting indeed. What makes you think there is a meaning? Why would anything have to have a meaning? Like, this is probably Dr. Blitter. Let me get out a crotchety old man voice. Hold on. What? You're still here? No, that's all. You're really tenacious. You're determined to find something that you believe is out there, even if it isn't. You're like me when I was young. Who am I? Dr. Blitterscrow, a renowned scientist. Do you not recognize me? Just leave me alone. Why am I even bothering? Come on. I'm working on something. If this is true, then Einstein was right. I'm starting to think the old fellow is some time traveler sent from the future to accelerate our progress as a species. Oh, you're still here. You heard that? Well, whatever. It's part of my research. Apparently the story about the pillars of creation is right. I'm trying to investigate that. What's the story? Whatever. It's an old one. It's something along the lines of reality standing on some small pillars. Some call them strings or whatever. Why am I investigating it? It's a hobby. Do you think that's the meaning of my life? Ha! You're still hung up on that. No. It's a hobby, as I said. If it'd be true, then the meaning of my life would be to find the meaning of life, which would be self-contradicting, wouldn't it? You think it's quite nice? What, the meaning of life is to find its meaning? Yeah, right. And what if we do find it? Do we get enlightened like Buddhism believes? I mean, the religion is quite nice, but I only believe what I can see. My own two eyes, nothing else. Am I a hypocrite? Why? Because I'm searching for this pillars of creation thing as a hobby while not truly believing in it? Yeah, maybe. Ugh, this pain is killing me. I better get some of that medicine the doctor prescribed for me. What was it again? Metaphoxide or something? And where is it then? Metafoxil, that's it. It's a painkiller, but it also knocks me out for a while. I can't think straight and I can't do my research once I take it. Much to think about, but maybe the second one's got some more answers. Ugh, I already feel dizzy. Why are you still looking... Oh, yeah, you're still looking for that meaning of life thing. As I said, it's, what did I say again? You're like my pupil. He was very tenacious, too. He had a very similar goal that he was very, very determined about. He wanted to build up a house, no, an entire base, he said. What was it again? He wanted to be self-sufficient, but he didn't even know where to begin. Spent all day around my lab. What an annoying guy. Always talking about his dream, non-stop. It's a shame, I shouldn't have done it to him, but if I wanted to make his dream come true, I shouldn't tell you this, but I had this invention. You equip it on your head, it does an electric shock, and boom! It rearranges everything in your brain, and you're a new person. Ugh. Why did I do this? I sent him out into the forest and shock! Boom! Huge lights everywhere. I quickly threw a couple books and research notes on the floor that I found in my garage. Give him some new purpose when he wakes up, you know? I think most of them were useless, but there might have been something he could work from. And I quickly ran away. Ugh, it's the biggest regret of my life. What has that child become? I can't even think straight anymore. Did I throw my old book about the demon magic thing? I don't even know. Hopefully not. That book's really dangerous. Fortunately, it's written in code, and there's no way you could have figured any of it out. Oh man, why am I telling you this? You have absolutely nothing to do with this. Nothing at all. Just leave me alone. I won't give you an answer. You'll just hear this old guy rambling about non-stop. You walk away, knowing full well that the story was about someone you know really, really well. Too well, in fact. Dang, you really just threw me out in the wilderness to die, huh? What a skid mark. Well, that's not very helpful about who this guy is. Maybe the chapter 18 stuff will let us know. The blood god, that's very helpful. So back here, we turn the blood shard into an archmage blood orb, and we begin laughing. We have prayed to many gods, but none have answered. We have lost many wars, lost many lives, and there is nothing we have left to our name. If any god exists in the vastness of what is out there, please hear our call. Please help us, as none have helped before. There is one last god we have not prayed to, one last hope. Maybe if we sacrifice all we have left, the lives of the weak, maybe we can get some hope. Maybe it is not too late. What's this supposed to mean? You fool! Respect our ritual. Do not disturb us. I don't understand. Are you praying to someone? Something? We are praying to the master of this world, the one true God. Join us as we continue the summoning. I assume that's a J. The only two I didn't figure out were Q and J, and something tells me that's not coin us. Listen to our words as we summon the one and only savior of this wretched world. This feels scary. Do I have to seek out the weak and burn them? Burn them as a sacrifice to the true God. Who is ready to give up their lives to save others? Our tribe has suffered. We will not yield. This is our final chance. Our final chance at living. The outcome of this ritual will determine the future of our tribe. None can stop us. All we can do now is hope. Hope that he listens. Stop, please. The last step to becoming a true blood god is to reach tier 6. Yes, yes. Quite exceptional taste you have there, mortal. Who said that? It might just be the one true master. Obtaining the tier 6 blood orb, you feel an urge to destroy all living things. This is destiny. Nothing can stop you now. Drain their bloods and become the true king of this world. Yes, yes, burn the weak. Heed our call. True God, the blood god. We will never succumb. We will no longer fail. We will win every battle from this moment. Yes, rise, ancient lord. We have been waiting for so long.
Puny mortals, you have no idea what you have awakened. Destruction will come to this world. I will drain the energy from the vessels of your consciousness. As I am Immortus, the blood god, all will bow before me. Yes, yes, give me your blood. The world will be recast into chaos. None will survive.
So he is Immortus. Good to know. And I should probably dupe some of these glyphs, because I imagine I might need a couple of them. And let's tuck the bag away for the time being. We can just set that right there. So let's see. This is IMMORTUS. Ooh, scary. The second test. You've passed the first test. That was easy, wasn't it? So you'll have to do better than that. Tell me, what is my favorite substance? My first guess is blood, right? Like, it's probably blood. B-L-O-O-D? Yeah. That felt easier, actually. Come on, Immortus. Terrible. The third test. You're clever. You've almost earned my trust. Your next task is to figure out what my favorite number is. Bro, what? Oh, what number am I thinking of? Yes, I'm an immortal demon. Wait, he's an immortal obviously, it's, S-I-X. Obviously. Dude, Immortus, you suck! I'm an immortal demon. They'll never guess what my favorite number is. No, it's the one I'm always known for. No! Oh. The fourth test. This is the most difficult task so far. You'll find the answers while reading about that old fool's ramble about the pillars of creation. It's a YouTube link? That's what all those red numbers were for? Alright, sure, whatever, man. Alright, give me a second. I'll scrape some text. Okay, so that was a 5-second video with some more cryptic text on it. I guess I can't just, find and replace for that one. Oh well, I guess I'll do some comparing. Okay, so if I got it right, it is asking me to spell the name of the town where the book might be found. The one that's dug underground. Then spell backwards, then spell right. So down here, let's see. The Ancient Book of Chaos is somewhere in Germany. I believe he mentions it somewhere. Oh, Ulm. I think they mentioned it in the quest book somewhere, but I just googled where Einstein was born, and I figured that's a pretty good guess. Alright, so spell it. So that's U-L-M, and then backwards, M-U-L, and then right is U-L-M. Hey! Alright, that one was a bit trickier, I'll be honest, Mr. Immortus. The final test. Welcome to the final test. It took a lot of willpower to not make a really stupid joke out of myself.
Welcome to your final test. I'm Mr. Beast.
This one is a deceptively simple one. What pack are you playing? What? Puzzle pieces. I need some thought and singularities in a specifically magenta diamond shulker box. Well, I'm glad I left these here. So like this, ooh, some puzzle pieces. I think I can play puzzle. Or there was some, yeah, there's some colors on the side here, so that probably helps a bit. Jigsaw puzzle crafting. I gotta wonder what the original, like, guess is for this. So, I'm seeing that there's, like, some edges here. I'm thinking the black is, like, on the very edge. I don't know what the red would be, though. Maybe the reds are just... Hold on. So if I assume the black is like this, then orange is in the middle, so it should be like this. I think black is like the outer edge. So, like this, I think, is right. Something like this, where it's like the black is touching the edge, the red is touching this red piece, stuff like that. Let me see if I can't put this together. I'm thinking I should probably do the red ones last, because I imagine those are going to be the harder ones, unless they have a black border. I should grab all the ones that have black arrows, actually, to start. That's probably the best idea. Oh yeah, that was pretty neat. The truth. Very good, pupil. Now you're ready to learn the truth. Oh, I see. These are the tokens. And then dark to bright, I see. Well, I want some copies of these, so you'll have to deal with it, Immortus. So it should be like this, this, and then the keys. Gets a corrupted key to infinity. I'll put this one on the wall too. So then we take it with another bag of truth, which we get from this. Okay, let's go make another bag of truth, I guess. So to make a bag of truth, we need a Signalum security lock. We have never made a bronze gear, or at least we don't have them on autocraft. That's kind of wild. I guess I'll just make like a whole bunch of them, who cares? All right, so we take this bag and open it with a corrupted key of infinity. We got some gross garbage in here, plus some stuff that probably written by, yeah, Immortus for sure. Dude, I don't want to go through all of this. Oh, man. And I probably can't do, like, replace text. What is going on over here? Alright, so I spent a while looking through this.
So, you're looking for the meaning of life? Huh, I could tell you that. You weak mortals only have one true meaning to waste your life in this world. To feed me. What, you don't trust me anymore? Well, we can settle this like men. Or like people and demons. Bring me to life by combining a corrupted key to infinity and a regular old egg. And let the battle begin.
Well, I was right to put that thing up in the drawer, wasn't I? So like this? Yeah? That probably spawn Immortus, I imagine that's what that says? Alright. Oh, quest. Show Immortus who's in control of this world. The power of infinity is yours with the sword of the cosmos. Well, do I need like that? Or... I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to have a spare. Oh, I didn't leave a spare. I guess I should go make another. Well, where seems like a good place to go scrap with the man himself, No, I can think of no better place than where we do everything. Alright, bring it on, Immortus. I did not get that. I just hit him. I'm noticing that he has a lot of HP, but he will not die to no Sword of the Cosmos. I will kill him as I intend to, with my power and that alone. Also, look at his health go down. We're already like 20k in. Oh my gosh, he took like 7,000 damage there. Infinity ain't nothing, boy. I gotta put out all these fires that he left all over my house. Reversing evil. Maybe there's a way to reverse the power of the evil by combining the Call of the Underworld with one of the essences earlier. Oh, like the Essence of the Contrary, I bet. Like that one. So if we take the Call of the Underworld plus this, we get Heaven's Cleansing. And so if we take this and cleanse a corrupted key to infinity, we get a heavenly key to infinity. Oh, the true ending. Well, I haven't read it yet. So let's go open the real bag of truth. So a heavenly key gives us a heavenly bag of truth. Inside is a single book. Oh, wow. The literal angels from heaven. Wow, I got a real... Wow. I didn't expect such a great... Oh. In my finest hour, it still rains. Well, I appreciate the angels coming down to meet me all the same. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, child, what have you gone through? I see you have suffered enough. Having your memories deleted and starting a new life in the wilderness? But But you adapted. You have a strong spirit. Your tireless search is finally over. Because there is a meaning. There is a meaning to your life, to everyone's life. The doctor was kind-hearted. He was really close. Finding the meaning of your life is your destiny. Do you want to live for the betterment of humanity? Do you want to become famous so everyone recognizes your name? Do you simply want to enjoy your life to the fullest? You're the one who decides. Only you control your own fate. You can be anything, all of the above. You are fortunate enough to be born in a country and a century where everything is possible. How do I know that? Well, you've completed this mod pack, so you definitely have the means to go further. This life is your chance to prove yourself. Enjoy it to the fullest. The saying that it's about the journey, not the destination, is more true than you think. You know what the destination of your entire life is? Yeah, you know, and you don't want to get there. Not yet. So enjoy the journey while you can, just as you enjoyed this divine journey. 2! I hope you had fun playing the pack. Best regards, Atricos, and all the others that helped make this possible. That was wonderful. We'll just sit that right back in there. And I should probably get another item frame. We'll set that one right there. And I guess we'll move this key over to here. October 14th, 2025 at 1:04 in the morning. Discoverer of the truth. It's kind of messed up how it's got that little thing around it, though. Oh, you've got to be... I'm out of space! No! Oh, man! I guess we can put it on this side. That seems fine. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I like the symmetry. I think I'll just move this candle, actually. No, but I like the lighting there. We'll leave the candle there. That one can stay behind a candle a little bit. That's the less important of the two. Well, I didn't really talk about the docket today, but... I mean, we did it, right? We did everything there is to do. Except, like, 100% completion. Which I suppose I could do, but I don't really have a desire to. Like, I suppose I really could go back and make these again, or make these. I mean, it's not particularly hard to. I have everything. I have ending. I have everything and I could get everything. Even truth. Well, I suppose there's one thing I kind of want to get still. I kind of want to go make this infinity armor, but this doesn't seem very difficult at all. Yeah, let me go just put this together real quick. Cool. It's kind of... I've never actually looked at this before, so I'm interested to see how this works. Oh man, that looks crazy. Oh, that is really freaky. It's a nice little jog rate. Flight is pretty standard, I feel. Oh, whoa! Check out the... Hold up. Check out those boosters. That's super cool. Oh, you only get to see them from the one side, though. That is really neat. Well, the flight speed's, like, really good, too. But I kind of like the jet plate, honestly. Being able to fly around and just, like, tap the hover key is kind of nice. It doesn't matter that much. Who cares? Oh. Well, I guess we can just set this here for the time being. I feel like the Infinity Armor's cool enough to, like, actually wear. But, of course, we're still wearing this on top of it. Actually, no, hold on. Wait. This is way cooler to put on an armored stand. What am I thinking? Oh, yeah, that's way cool. Well, that's chapter 30. I'm gonna go clean up around here and collect my thoughts for a bit. And I'll come back in, I don't know, some amount of time. And we'll wrap up. How about that? Well, we're finally here. We'll do a short little segment, just you and us, and then we'll bring all the non-spoiler watchers back in. So let's talk about truth, huh? Well, I think those angels were very right. I mean, you'd expect them to be. They're literally angels, they're quite smart. You know, a lot of life is what you make of it, really. And you know, while you can't make everything you ever want, you can certainly try your hardest to do what you do want. And I think that's kind of beautiful in its own right. Some people, like certain demons from literal hell, might tell you that, oh, the only thing that's purposeful in life is to feed other people or effectively be a side character for somebody else, but, you know, that's not true. You know, everyone's the main character of their own journey. And, sometimes there's more than one main character, but, that kind of all bends around the concept of what that person's journey is, so to speak. Maybe you have 2 main characters in your journey, or maybe 3, or, maybe it's just you. And I think in any of those circumstances, that's very fine, that's very reasonable. It's just, as they mentioned, it's what you do with it all, and what you want to do with it all, what you try to do with it all, and the like. I think it was a very nice message. Also, does this mean Atrikos is God? That's kind of an interesting conclusion, don't you think? Anyway, in all truth, get it? You might have heard it a little bit, but I was pretty good at holding it together, I think. I was kind of tearing up and getting a little misty-eyed at the end there reading, the true truth. It's very bittersweet coming to an ending like this. I'll talk about it more once we get there, but, well, this has been 1,500 hours, even if about 400 of it was AFK. Can you imagine 1,100 hours of anything? That's nearly 46 days. And I mean days straight. That is a lot of time. It's, kind of a lot, really, I mean, literally it's a lot, but I mean, figuratively and metaphorically and all that. Yeah, while truth wasn't necessarily a rain shield, I can't say I was disappointed, that's for sure. I think it was something very beautiful in its own regards, even if not a clear sky. But hey, maybe the optimism that an angel can give you is a clear sky in its own regards, huh? Anyway, I think our little pulled-aside chat is long enough. Let's bring the rest of the crowd back in, and then we'll pretend I said like a lot of really horrible stuff about them, but then I'm gonna play it off really nicely. Like, the idea is that, like, they all come back in, and you're all looking, like, shocked and horrified as if I said something truly horrendous. But, I just don't pay any attention or mind to it. I mean, what are they gonna do, right? Watch the spoiler section? Yeah, right, dude. One final little gambit. Isn't that a little silly? And welcome back to the rest of you. I'm a very changed person from once you last saw me, I believe. Would you believe it, finishing something that took... Overall time to completion was 1,520 hours, or 1,525 if we're counting 100% completion. Take away about 400 to 410 or so, roughly, for AFK, and that's about 1,100, 1,000 hours or so. I think that's quite a lot. That's nearly 46 days. It's quite a lot of time to put into something. And I tried to put my whole heart and soul into this world, frankly. To peel a little bit behind my bravado mask, this world was kind of meant to be something of... For the most part, I primarily played on servers and the like until this pack, but I knew this was something that I couldn't really do on a server because of the scale of what the pack demands. Sure, you could probably try, but are you really going to enjoy yourself if you're trying to get through the Aether at 10 TPS? Not particularly. So I thought this would be a good one to play single player, and I'll always have this world rather than the fleeting memory of what it once was, as I did with many of the other packs before this. While I can think back to my base in 1.4's Minecraft pack or 1.6 Tekkit, I don't have those. But I do have this one. And my goal with it was to make it a magnum opus of sorts. Or at least, until my next one. I struggle to imagine that something is going to be quite as expansive as this one was, but hey, maybe I'll play GTNH someday. This is not me saying I will. Overall, I'm quite pleased with how the base turned out. I don't believe I'm missing anything, but I could be wrong and someone will see and point and laugh at me in a potential world download or whatever. I'll probably put a world download for this in case anyone really cares to. I'm not sure if anyone will, but doesn't hurt to have the option, right? Kind of, while we're, peeling back the bravado, I'll talk a little bit more introspectively about everything. This pack, I think, did a lot for me, a lot more than you could really say of most Minecraft mod packs, truly. It taught me a lot about, not just how to interact with things, but how to plan, think forward, as well as, things like integrated dynamics being very hard, and learning something like that's quite difficult, and teaches your brain some important problem-solving skills. But more than that, I learned how to organize things. I learned how to organize thoughts. I learned how to build better. I think, at least. I got better at things like terraforming. These chairs you see in front of me and behind me are all custom made, so I think I got better at stuff like that. Heck, even the robes are made from chisels and bits. And that was quite early on, all things considered. I must say, that's probably one of the proudest things of this world. I'll be honest, I'm very, you've got to be kidding me. As I was saying, I'm very, very proud of how these robes turned out. I think they're quite good looking. And beyond all that, I learned some important things like scheduling myself and deadlines to myself. As I'm sure you probably saw if you saw any of the earlier videos, my apologies if you saw episode 1, goodness me. The time between them was very, very sporadic, whereas after episode 10 or 11, maybe 12, things were only taking about a week tops between episodes, and that felt a lot more reasonable. Both in terms of, being consistent about something, and I assume as a viewer. I don't know if anyone was watching back in episode 3 or 4, and still is now, but I'm very sorry for all of that. And while we're on the topic of real-life skills, I think I developed a few better habits while playing this pack as well. There's a couple things that I don't really want to get into very publicly because they're near and dear to my heart, and I don't really care to divulge that on the internet to strangers, respectfully. But even a lesson as simple as keeping your living space clean makes you happier is something that I surprisingly learned through playing this pack. I believe I heard it in a threefold video one time, but it really didn't click with me until I'd been leaving chests all over the place and finally got around to cleaning them up and realized how much nicer that made everything and how much happier that made me. Which is probably why you kept seeing the main hub room get reworked so often. I wanted a nice living space to make me happy in this world and all that. And that kind of thing translates to real life very well because, if you don't like the place you live at, well, you're not going to be very happy, are you? And in my case, well, my room, it was just very dirty. I had a big spring cleaning a couple months back, and while I certainly wasn't inspired to do such a thing because of just, Minecraft, it certainly did kind of light a fire under me to give it my all as opposed to, half-hearting it. You probably know what I meant to say, but, YouTube and all that. Well, that's enough about me. Let's talk about the pack. In terms of things I learned while playing through the pack, well, firstly, I've learned that Roots is actually the best mod ever. I would like to issue a formal apology to Actually Additions. I thought you were just power creep. I was not familiar with your game. Phantom Faces are maybe one of the best blocks ever. I've also learned that Integrated Dynamics is the best mod ever. Additionally, I've learned that Ender Utilities is actually the best mod ever. Abyssalcraft is kinda cool. I kinda dig it. I think it gets a lot more hate, probably because Shoggoths, I think in not Divine Journey 2, are horrible, horrible creatures that ruin the world. But, that doesn't exist in this world, so, tough. And also that Thaumic Augmentation is the best mod ever. There's a fox in the water back there. Do you guys see that? That's kind of funny, right? I think that guy used to hang out where Botania is, but he just kind of went over there, I have to assume. I don't know. Funny little guy. Oh, and Extra Bit Manipulation is also the best mod ever, which thus implies that Chisels and Bits is also the best mod ever. Overall, I really cannot recommend this pack enough. It's very daunting if you're first getting into it. I mean, obviously I spent like 1,500 hours on it, but I am not the fastest person to beat this. That's by any stretch of the imagination. I think the average YouTube series I see on it takes about 600 hours, and a lot of that by the end of it is AFK. But as contrived as it is to say, it's not really about the destination, it's about the journey. Tackling the problems along the way until one day you find no more problems is very rewarding. It's like reaching enlightenment kind of thing, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's samsara? I don't know. I liked it. Overall, this is a sentiment I shared a few times while I was playing through the pack, but this certainly feels like a victory lap of 1.12's greatest hits. I really struggled to imagine a mod in 1.12 that didn't show up in this pack that was, good. I'm sure there was a couple, but for the most part, it kind of feels like you hit all the right bases. And it's very, very rewarding to go through each of them, because none of them, for the most part, feel very bad or out of place. The worst offenders, I think, is Divine RPG and Erebus, I guess. But Divine RPG isn't really that bad because modded tools are busted, and Erebus isn't really that bad because if you really need to, you can just skip it. Or I guess Bibliocraft, because a lot of the times the armor stands and some of the various framed blocks would kind of bug out and look really weird. But yeah, if you're thinking about trying this pack, I really cannot recommend it enough, especially if you're looking for a good 1.12 experience, if for whatever reason the wonders and leisures of modern Minecraft are heinous and evil to you. In such a circumstance, your opinion is wrong, and you are heinous and evil to me. Anyway, I think that's most of what I felt like I wanted to say off my chest. I don't want to get too misty-eyed because I need to keep up a facade in front of you people. But let it be known that, more than once I kind of felt it all welling up, so don't feel alone if, that happened to you, if that's something that makes you feel bad for whatever reason. It shouldn't. You're allowed to be human. Or maybe I'm the only one who felt like that, and I'm a bit too much of a weenie. But I'm not a weenie, because I said so. Anyway, I would like to give a special thank you to a lot of people. First and foremost, Atricos, of course, for making such a brilliant pack start to finish. The writing truly was something special, I will say, whether that be from quest books and how helpful various quest is to, obviously, the bits that I can't talk about because the spoiler skippers are in the room again. I'd like to give a special thank you to Waiting Idly. To my understanding, he does a lot of the work on Divine Journey 2 nowadays, things like bug fixes and small patches and the like. Well, I say small patches, but, any patch takes work, obviously. As well as just being very helpful in the various discords that you can, talk about DJ2 in. I'd of course like to give a thank you to Anti-Axolotl. I imagine this one was a surprise to nobody. While I was never particularly overt about it, in some small aspect of my mind this was kind of a race to get to truth, but, I wasn't really that engaged in racing it, you know what I mean? But it's very fun to play alongside someone in a pack like this. See how you do things differently than another person. It's very interesting and very engaging in my opinion. I'm not sure if this is a thing you can really replicate or emulate, but, if you can, I'd really recommend it. I would also like to thank Starlight for all the work he's done and just, assistance and, just being a nice little fella in general. And shout out Threefold for probably being the reason why like 80% of us are here, right? Like, for one, I probably wouldn't be doing this if I didn't watch a billion Threefold videos. There's a chance you wouldn't be here if you didn't see a Threefold video. Raise your hand if you saw the How I Finished Minecraft mod packs video. Are you raising your hand? I know I am. And of course, every little, you can do it is a little nice, even if I'm quite averse to, showing gratitude for that kind of thing. Emotions aren't exactly my strong suit, you gotta bear with me here. Anyhow, thank you for joining me on this journey of a lifetime. You get it? It's like the song that's playing right now. I'll probably take a short break from uploading videos. I doubt anything longer than a week or two. But once I'm back, I plan on starting a new pack. I don't intend on doing anything Greg Tech, so I apologize if that's what you're itching for. At least not yet. The next pack I plan on playing is FTB Arcanum Institute. I imagine it'll be quite short because it's an FTB pack. No, that's probably not true. But I imagine it won't be particularly long, especially not compared to a pack like this. Truthfully, I just kind of wanted to play something a bit more modern in Minecraft because, much as I love 1.12, I can't stand these textures and water physics. Also, I miss Deep Slate. Once I beat that, then we'll think a bit more long-term, but as of right now, things on my radar include Cosmic Frontiers, Desolate Planet. If that comes out soon, I'm very interested in playing a pack like that. I've been considering something like an All the Mods pack, maybe All the Mods 10. I've been playing that one a little bit in my free time, and it's quite enjoyable. There's a lot of really cool stuff in that pack, a lot of options to do a lot of things, and the All the Mods star seems like a pretty cool goal. Or maybe something new will come up, and, I won't expect it. But, for now, it's going to be going back to class. And I hope that's not a deal breaker for a lot of you. I know modded Minecraft players love the factories and the like, so hopefully the going and casting spells isn't gonna scare you off too hard. I mean, DJ2's tagline is, what, magical automation or something like that on the at launcher? I use the at launcher, I'm sorry. I think I just outed myself as being like a scrub, sorry. It's crazy how I started talking about using at launcher and it immediately starts raining. That's gotta be like a sign of something, right? I don't know, I'm just kind of waffling at this point, I think. But I appreciate you listening to my waffle. As much as a mod pack can do, I think this did all it really could, and it affected me quite a bit in a number of ways. Honestly speaking, I never really thought I'd get this far playing this pack. I originally picked it up at the start of February last year as a kind of impulse decision as I was getting frustrated with Enigmatica 6 Expert. I was just really not jiving with the progression in that pack. And I must say I'm very glad I picked this up when I did. It is very, very fun and has been very enjoyable just about the whole way through with a couple exceptions. But, cloudy skies can't stop the sun rays and all that. Anyway, I'll probably have a little compilation or slideshow of pictures I took over the years. Well, I guess it's been like a year and 3/4, so, This cornflower has been a spot where I take a screenshot of the base every so often, and I'll put a few of those up now if I have enough to make it interesting. I think it's a cool way of measuring how far we've come. And another way to measure how far we've come is I'm going to load up this spot in this seed on a blank world, on a totally fresh world. So let's check that out real quick. Yeah, here we go. Does this look familiar at all? It's crazy, right? that's the little cave where everything started at. I dug I remember, this isn't something any of you would see, but I remember digging into the side of this cliff here. I had a tiny little base camp that looked like utter garbage in there. Because I remember coming to the top right at this poppy, right here where that cornflower now is. And I looked at this and I was like, that's kind of an awesome environment. This whole area, this used to be a valley. Like, look at how deep it all goes. This is where the bridge to Thaumcraft was. Thaumcraft is mostly unchanged, but like, this whole area was raised by like 15-ish blocks. No, certainly not 15, but like 5 to 10 blocks or so. And if it, looked natural, then, well, I did a pretty good job, didn't I? I think terraforming is something I've also gotten pretty good at over the course of this pack. Yeah, there's the Perditio crystals that I think is still actually in the main world as well. That's below where the laser drills are, where ore processing is. Yeah, here's where all the mob loot fabricators should be and the laser focus. It's really strange kind of looking back at this untouched landscape and thinking what it became, Makes me a little nostalgic, I'll be honest. It was February 1st, I believe, of 2024 that I first started this, so it's been quite a while since I've had this view, but it's one that I'm very proud of where it went. Maybe I'll do a post-pack review or base tour or something. I don't know. But anyway, one final time, thank you for joining me on this Divine Journey 2. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope to catch you on the next journey, even if it's not so divine or sequeled. I had my shameless promo at the beginning of the episode, but I'll leave a bit more of a long-winded one now. I have a Discord in the description. You can join that if you feel like. If you want to read a little bit of writing, I got one of those. I think that's also in the description. I got a Twitter, or X, or whatever they call it now, if you care to watch me post on that like once every so often. Maybe I'll use my Twitch again, I don't know. And it's my birthday in like 2 days. So you should like wish me a happy birthday, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know how to really end this kind of thing. Normally I'm just like, okay, bye-bye, because it's like the end of an episode, but this is a lot longer than an episode. This is a whole series, would you believe it, right? But yeah, thank you again a whole lot for watching, and it's really meant a lot. And I hope to catch you next time, and, whatever we end up doing, right? Thank you very much. Bye-bye.